Hello all, welcome back to our channel and today is the very most requested video from all of you. Yes, we are having Gayatri with us. She is the founder of LinkedIn Inspire and along to this entire video, we'll be discussing about LinkedIn, how to grow on LinkedIn completely from A to Z. We'll be discussing on this video. So stay tuned today. And she started her LinkedIn journey exactly 2 years ago. Within just 2 years, I think he got more than 25k plus followers and millions of impressions. And it's not that easy. Even I'm also using LinkedIn from around 1.5 year. But it's not that easy. And you even share about LinkedIn to many students. Even through LinkedIn Inspire, you started this Raga course. So could you share me what was your motivation? Like, why you started this LinkedIn profile? When you
Hi everyone, my name is Gayatri and I'm one of the founding members of LinkedIn Inspire. So, LinkedIn Inspire is all about inspiring people through LinkedIn. So, why choosing LinkedIn as a journey of career or personal branding? It's because that is the only social media platform which gives us digital related, professional stuff, particularly about all the careers. It does not focuses on engineering, but it also focuses on business management, fashion, agriculture, fintech, everything. So I started, as she told, I started my journey exactly 2 years ago. That was in my second year, second semester exactly. So I've been, sharing my journey throughout these 2 years. And one thing I need you to do is consistently post. Don't care about views or followers or likes. Just keep on posting whatever you know, whatever you want to post. There's no limit. No one will, right? You can post whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. Okay.
while talking about LinkedIn, as this video is especially for the student who didn't even use the LinkedIn yet. Okay, first let's talk about the profile section, especially the photo. Tell me what kind of photo that they need to put as a profile photo.
So there are five main things on LinkedIn which a beginner has to follow. I'll write that in all my sessions, in all my seminars, webinars, everywhere. So the first one is profile picture, as she mentioned. The second one is the headline. The third one is your about section. The fourth one is your cover page. The fifth one is your education and experience section, both all together. So the first one, that is profile picture. It should be a headshot till here. So it should be half of your body covered. And it might be Gemini generated. I'm not sure. If you don't have any pictures, you can do it. But it should resonate with your page. When they look at your profile picture, when they open it, that is the viewer's first impression on your profile. Like when someone is opening it, they'll be first seeing your photo. So it should be something resonating with your face, and it should be professionally having your dress to be somewhere formal there. So that is a basic thing you have to follow while giving your profile.
And the major thing, most of the people use it, is that they put emoji, some kind of rocket and everything in the emote section. But it not seems that much professional. Even ChatGPT is the same thing. They copy from there and they put as in headline. So these kind of mistakes many people used to do. As I can evolve you to think.
Yeah.
So, students, how can they set up their about section, especially about section, which is a very crucial part for our LinkedIn profile, which tells about us exactly whatever the work and what are the project, contributions, everything. So, if not any contributions, then if someone is starting now as a new LinkedIn account, then how can he or she can put their about section?
So yeah, about section is a summary of what we are and what we are going to do or what we are willing to do. These are the three things. Remember this in your mind while writing the about section. Obviously, you can use any AI tool, but add some humanized touch to that paragraphs or some the points which are mentioned. I would say you have to have a combination of both paragraphs and bullet points. Start with the introduction of who you are, which year you are in, which technologies you are good at. Not might be projects or internships, but you can at least mention which skills you are interested in learn and what are you open to. Are you open to collaborate? Are you open to work? Are you open to do an internship? Or are you graduated or working, trying for a job? You have to be clear, have that clarity of what you want to be when someone is seeing your profile. Have that clarity of if someone is a recruiter, okay, they want to give you a job. they have to understand that you are open for collaboration. If you want to build a startup, there's nothing to do with recruitment. Be clear and have the clarity of what you want to become and reflect it in that and all session as a summary.
So now we got an idea like how to set up our about in LinkedIn profile. And the next one is services. And I think many of people doesn't know about this services page is this. And as we know, like LinkedIn is the best space for freelancers. You can get many clients with there in all over the world, I think. So how can a person can set up their services page in LinkedIn?
So if you're not having a startup page, it is a different company page. So there's no need of company page to start services, right? You can start services on your own profile. So my name is Gayatri Ji. So below that, I have a headline, again about session. Then we have services offered. So I wrote 10 to 15 services, content writing, digital marketing, sales, event management, volunteering. We have multiple things. So there are some services which also offer you experience along with paid work. So those are called gig works or freelancing, as she mentioned. So you don't need to have a startup or a business to start these kind of small works. You can start earning out of it. So be clear of what you're offering. Don't keep everything, okay? See, you have to be clear of what your expertise is. You have to have that experience in that domain. Okay, you keep web development. You have to be strong about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and maybe some React, JS or Node.js. So keep those serving it. When someone is interested in that, they'll approach you. Okay, hi guys, I want some web development for me. They'll offer some money for me. I'll do some service and give it to them. That is project based. That is not a job, that is not an internship. They pay for your product. That is what a service is in a small business.
Yes. And like many people use this Upwork and many other platforms, and there were a lot of people who already has a lot of clients. As a new growing student, is not that easy to get clients through Upwork or any other Fiverr or some other platforms. So one suggestion that we can give is that LinkedIn is the best place for freelancing, because here you can connect directly to the like whatever the clients you have. So that's the best platform we can say. And another session like after this we'll be having our highlights, like what are the favorite things that we have did in our account. So after that, let's discuss about the main section is that how to post a single post, like how to write this LinkedIn description and what kind of image that we need to put before posting. So, some strategies or anything, marketing, whatever you say, just say.
So while writing as a beginner, when you never wrote a LinkedIn post and you are thinking to write, you're overthinking, you're procrastinating, you're, postponing your work. So this is the right time to post on LinkedIn, okay? It doesn't take more than half an hour. If you keep your, strategic work and keep that, focus on writing a LinkedIn post, it is very easy. So that one doubt is, okay, I'm telling you to post. You have to have one more question. Why is she telling me to post? Okay. So this is the only professional networking platform where you can grow your career very easily. So we have multiple platforms where you can apply for jobs. So, but this is the only, you can also consider it as a professional social media platform for students to get a very crazy, very good opportunities worldwide, not just locally, but you can land opportunities worldwide. So that is the only reason why you have to do. So coming to how you have to write the code. So use AI, but the prompt engineering matters a lot. So learn that and set a tone for yourself. You have to, okay, I'm talking in some way, she will talk in some way. We all have some way of talking. I'm not the same as her, she is not same as me, right? We're talking same language, but we have different tone of talking. We use different kind of words. So the same way how we talk, we write in the same way, right? When viewer is some audience are viewing your profile, they have to have the clarity of Gayatri wrote this. Without knowing her name also, they have to remember that, okay, she is having this tone of writing. So set that tone first and give the prompt in such a way that it should resonate with what you are. And, you have to edit your post in your way. After, it should not sound like AI. So that is one sentence I would get. So coming to attaching a picture with that, I would say if it is a technical post, attach some laptop a picture or some screenshot from your laptop or some screen recorded video. If not, if it is a general post, you can have formal picture of yourself or some group picture.
And one more thing that many students face is that even the student when started their LinkedIn, they used to post some coding work. Or if they started like posting now, after 2 3 posts, they won't get reach. As we know, like in the early stage, we won't get reach. But when we stay consistent, we get reach. But students skip when they didn't get it. They might get like 100 impressions or 200 impressions or 20 likes per their post. Then they'll skip. Okay, this is not for us. This is a platform for the people who has built something or who is doing some jobs or businesses. So like, how can you say that?
Yeah, this is a reality check. We are not built for getting likes, followers, or some impressions on our post. You have to accept that reality. So you don't need to think of why you're not getting some impressions. So okay, you summarize, okay, I didn't get this reach for this post, but you should not stop posting. You should remember why you started posting. So be consistent. I'm not telling that to write a post every single day, but keep that balance of at least you have to write 2 to 3 posts as a beginner. If you start from today, start writing posts every single week, at least 2 to 3 posts every single week in such a way that it will improve. It will improvise. So I'm the live example of
Yes.
consistency. I used to get single digit likes in my starting of my journey. No one used to support me. Okay, even my best friends or my known friends were not ready to support me. When you start consistently doing that, you'll definitely reach some point where you'll be succeeding and reaching some point which you want to be there.
And one more thing, like many people write descriptions like if I went to this event, they mention, okay, today I attended hey GTT, I just attended to this event and just write a LinkedIn post description. And the same thing they copy from there and they paste even the emojis, whatever that was present in the and even the LinkedIn. But that kind of post will never get reached. But people never understand this. So, like, just explain them. How can they write more efficiently? Like, how can they prompt in better way?
So this, event attending course, what I'll tell my experience, what I will do. So I'll note down all the speaker names. Obviously, everyone will be doing that. It will be there in the agenda itself. There are the two things. And coming to, you have to add on your own summary or note-taking experience. Like, okay, you attended some session. You'll be noting down the points the speaker has told you, right? You have to add on that, and you have to also add whom you met in that particular year. Maybe your friends, at least someone you met. Take their LinkedIn IDs. You don't need to hesitate in that. That is what networking is like, right? That is a strategy of building good network of good friends who are like-minded as us. So writing a prompt, it should be a storytelling way, and don't depend on the same, thing. Don't copy paste it. As I told you, set the tone for yourself and start editing some words that sound like you. It should sound like you, not like AI. So you have to do it by yourself. No one is going to come and tell you, "Leela, write like this or write like that." You have to do it in your own way. Set that tone and get started and write your name and post it.
So the first question, like everyone has that, how to connect with people. Even I say I have around 9.5k followers. Sorry, on LinkedIn. I mean say that you have 25k followers. And before that, we have connections and followers. What is the main difference between connections and followers? Even many students have this doubt. And how can students send their connection request to the people who they wanted to connect?
So following is for creators, maybe influencers. So you can set, anyone can set either connecting as a primary thing or a follower. So I would try to connect. Why? I'll tell you why. Even I add in having 30k plus followers, I start connecting, not following. Because by connecting we can message each other. But by following we can't start a conversation, we can't message anyone. So connection will be first degree, following will be second degree. So these are the two differences. I would suggest you to connect with people. It will automatically be follower. If they're big creators who will not accept that connection request, follow them. But try to connect with maximum number of people. That would increase your, reach of your first degree connections. There are three types of degree connections. One is first degree, second degree, and third degree. First degree are our direct connection. Secondly, we are mutuals of our first connection. Third are out of our network. So these are the key things of people all over India.
So I am next coming to this education section. This is, seems very simple, but many people make this blunder mistakes. Even I saw many profiles in my college also. Like how can they set up their education section along with the skills what they learned in the college and the graduation year also. So just tell them like how.
So while creating your LinkedIn profile only, you will have to have your name, photo maybe that is skippable, but you have to have your education section for sure. I am sure most of the viewers are students, but assuming you all are students of maybe engineering or degree, anything. So while writing your education section, choose your college according to the logo. You have your college logo fixed in the LinkedIn. So choose that. So that is a college name. It is over. So the second one is your graduation year. When did you start your graduation? When are you going to end your graduation? So in my case, it is 2022 to 2026. So that is my phase of my graduation. So that is second thing. And the third thing is, what are you studying? So I'm studying BTech, Bachelor of Technology, Computer Science Engineering. Have a brief of what your particular education is. What degree are you studying? Okay. So the fourth one, I would recommend if you have a good CGPA of more than 8, for sure you have to mention your CGPA of okay. Till seventh semester I have 9.2. So I mentioned that I think I mentioned it as 9.15 something. So you have to mention your CGPA if it is good. So you can add on your skills which you learned in your college like leadership, communication, strategy, maybe event management, volunteering, development. You can add on the skills which you learned from your college. So that is what it is all about, the education section of your college.
And coming to experience section, and many people think that only job professionals have this experience section, but even the whatever the clubs we are in college and whatever the cells we are working in college, they also have LinkedIn pages, and we can put it as an experience. But tell them like how can they put it as an experience section, like how can they start their experience in LinkedIn.
So experience, you can have anything as experience. Whatever you learn, if you learn something out of it, it is the so if there is a LinkedIn page of your college, yeah, if in case it is not there, you can keep it off. If in mostly it will be there. If it is not there, try to create it by yourself and give it to your college people. Because faculty or departments will not come and create. Students should be starting it, right? You are the initial people who have to start it. So that experience will be everything as in college. So mention all the skills which you learn, maybe, and management, communication. I hosted some event. Okay. When you write that, okay, she hosted today's event. So she'll be writing, I was the host of this event. She'll be adding for pictures. So also, not just the word hosting, you have to add on the particular thing which proves that you have done that. That makes people to trust on you more and you're more visible. They'll be saying that, okay, she actually did it. And if someone is looking for some host, they can call her as a host. So that is what, getting, I want to mention one more thing. Skills plus visibility is equal to opportunity, which I mentioned every single time. So if you have only skills, if you're not visible, you'll not get an opportunity. So you have to have both to get an opportunity. And don't miss any opportunity. Get some experience out of it and build yours.
And like many people have this doubt, like how to text it, how to DM to the whatever the person that you are going to guide. Like saying hi is like no one will reply. Even I too got many highs. There is no purpose. So how can students text to any professional that they like how can they text it? Like how to communicate with them? So structure the way that we can get to
They have many, DM strategies. You have ChatGPT prompts, you'll get it. But prompt in such a way that it should be, okay, someone posted some guy from Google has posted something. I like their post, I'll engage with their post, I'll comment on their post, and then I'll go to his, DM. If he is connected with me only, then I can message him. Okay? Okay. Assume that he connected with me. Okay. So I message him. Hello, maybe hello, someone, maybe name XYZ. So I've seen your profile and it looks very amazing. And this was my dream company which I wanted to go into and I'm working on it. I've seen your recent post on cracking a Fang or Mac company. It resonated with me a lot and I would like to share my resume out of it
Okay, I'm building a conversation over here, right? I'm not telling directly, now, like, give me a job, kind of. I'm telling what resonated with me, why I came to his profile, why I messaged him, what did I actually did homework. Homework means I've opened his post, I commented on his post, and I'm telling that I like his post. So it creates a bond or a relation between me and that person, such that he'll at least reply to my message. Right? I'm not sure if he'll give me a job. It is okay, right? That is the secondary thing. But the primary thing is to get a reply. So think of his perspective and message him such that he'll reply. So that is one strategy I would love to give. And you can search for, DM strategies on LinkedIn. We have multiple things. You can Google it and you can even get it from ChatGPT. But don't forget to add that humanized touch of your doing.
And we also have this option while connecting to any other person. We have this option that you can, do you want to send any message? And like, if someone is not accepting a connection request, we can't text. But this feature is there on LinkedIn. It is only visible when we open our LinkedIn profile on desktop only.
Yes.
If you open on desktop, we'll have this feature so that we can mention anything that we wanted to communicate. So whatever the work you did, if you wanted to connect with HR or if you wanted to connect with any other founder, so this might be the best way to come to tell their work about them. So and the very important thing that we missed is that like internships, like as a student, they'll be building, they are posting their work on LinkedIn. But this is not that enough. HRs and the founders, whatever the people, they need visibility, not only this learning in a single room, that's not that enough. They're posting, but how can we crack internships through this way?
So I
Even
think
like
she is the live example. So she cracked her first internship in her first year. Even I didn't do that. A lot of people don't know what an internship is. So directly we want a job. But there are also something called an internship with stipend. Stipend means the salary as an intern. So as a student, if you're doing some job, it is called as internship. So she cracked her first, internship through LinkedIn. Maybe you can watch her reference video. It's there in my YouTube channel. She explained it in a very clear way. So that is a perfect example, I will say.
Yes. Very last question of this video. I think it went too long. So the question is that if on LinkedIn while posting, I heard that there are some LinkedIn algorithms. Like if we post in a particular time around 8 a.m., we'll get more reach. If we post in some other time, we didn't get that much of reach. Is it really true, or what do you say this?
So one first thing I would say is LinkedIn algorithm is uncrackable. No one can crack it, not even the own founder or CEO. So don't expect some algorithm, PDF of algorithm which you can study. So times come with the times which you can most get some professional times. Okay, I would say between 8 to 12 or 11. I would say 8 to 11 a.m. is a perfect time in the morning. So after coming to evening, afternoon is not the right time, I would say. So according to my experience, 8 to 11 a.m. and 4 to 7 in between. So that would be the two time slots of a day where people are active. So you're not posting for yourself, okay? So you're posting for audience. So audience are professionally active on LinkedIn in this mood and yours. So try posting and when you start something, okay, you stick to the time, okay? I stick to between 9 to 10. Okay, I post most of my posts in that particular time. So stick to your own time between these time slots and start posting. You will definitely get a good reach.
And one more thing is that like this is a very small, very basic doubt that everyone has. While sending, see, I just started my LinkedIn account and I have zero connections now. So now, like I divide by in my strategies, I divided the people into three categories. Okay, that is something that I'll explain in some other video. But according to you, see, if we send connection requests to any other top NHC founder, he'll never accept. Zero connections, nothing global. If we send it to some other person, if I have 9.5 followers, if a person has zero connections, I'll never accept. Then how can they approach if I have zero connections? Like, no, you just explain me in your words.
So you can't initially go and talk to some founder or HR to give a job or approach someone. So initially you have to have, some students out of your age. So connect with someone who will accept your request in the initial stage because you have to build your trust of your profile. So that's when you'll get a reach of your posts also.
So after you reach at least to 500 plus connections, which is the special tag on LinkedIn, after that, some trust is being built on your profile. How to build that? You can approach to your alumni or your own friends or your juniors or seniors. That will get better start for building your beginner profile. After that, when you get the tag of 500 plus connections, then you can start approaching people. That will be the right time.
Yes. So this is the entire video. I think we didn't cover the entire topics because it
It is a batch, you
Yes.
can't cover it in 100 of countries.
Even we can write a book on it also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Gayatri, for making this video with us. And okay, if anyone didn't see her LinkedIn profile, please go and connect with her, and I'll put in description below. And you can also connect with me. If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate. DM us. We'll try to reply. And thank you so much for watching. And
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Akshita. So she is very good, she is doing very well in her second year. I want every of my junior to be active, start applying for internships and use LinkedIn. So yeah, my name is Gayatri G. I would love to help you all. If you have any doubts, just approach me on LinkedIn. Thanks for having me.
okay, thank you.